Hello sports fans, welcome to episode 12 of Falcons franchise. So we're coming off the terrible 66-6 loss against the Bears, and I feel like that was a winnable game. And as you can see, we are at the bottom of the NFC South. I really didn't expect anything different in our first season. Cowboys are the best team in the league, and of course we are the worst team in the league. But this week, we're playing the Commanders on the road. They have an 85 overall defense, 81 overall offense, 82 overall. We do have 12 players ready to negotiate. Let's see if we're going to negotiate with any of them. Auden Tate, I'm going to let walk. Same with Carter. Smith, no. I'll find one. Fursker, we've negotiated with last week. So last week, we submitted a 2-year, $1.7 million salary and $1.6 million signing bonus. And so I really don't know. I do want him for depth. He's a good second tight end to have. Maybe if I knock this up to $2 million, but knock this down to 1.5, let's try that. And Fursker resigns, okay. And we have Under Siege, as this is just going to be about sacks and coach protection for the quarterback was a major issue this past week. Is friend their high volume of sacks. Where do those struggles start? The offensive line. It all starts up front. The number one job of the offensive line is to keep the quarterback clean, and our launcher guy can attest that didn't happen at all last week, so they need to be better. How can you get back on track? Extra preparation. Going back to the drawing board and spend some extra time driving home the fundamentals to make sure we don't have another week like that again. And then, like, literally every week, +3 pass block finesse and run block power, pass block power, -3 pass block, run block power, and run block finesse. Pass for 300 plus yards, and for a temporary boost, don't allow, I think it's going to be 3 sacks. So obviously we have Adonis Parnell. We've checked out Luke Johnson before, so let's take a look at Ramon Meredith. B2D, block shedding pursuit tackle, end zone coverage. He's a pass coverage linebacker. Projected to go in around 2 to 3. Great to elite speed. Marginal to decent strength, but for a pass coverage linebacker, that's not necessarily the strongest. So now, what we could do is, if we were to take him, we could convert into a 4-3. But, I mean, this is just someone we're looking at. B-man, obviously B2D zone. Seems like he could be okay, especially good value for the second or third round. Juan Bacon out of NC State, also 50% complete. ADC block shedding, he's a power rusher. BDD pursuit, BDD tackle, C to F zone. 6'6", 257. Physicals, not the fastest, decently strong, not a great athlete. Let's check out Andrew Short, and then we're going to go to middle linebacker, then right outside linebacker. C to F tackle, B pursuit, C block shedding, C to F zone. He's a speed rusher out of Middle Tennessee State. Physicals, overall pretty well-rounded athlete. Agility's not great, but B finesse moves. So obviously that's pretty good for a speed rusher. Power moves, if I can find the... those are a C. B pursuit, so he looks decent. Middle linebackers. Brian Colbert out of Louisville. A B block shedding, C pursuit, B tackle, A to C zone coverage. He's a field general linebacker, solid to good strength, solid to good to great speed. Very good athlete, well-rounded athlete. And he seems like he could be okay. He's a good tackler. I think he could be someone we potentially look at. I mean, I know middle linebacker's not necessarily the biggest need for us, especially because we have, like, Deion Jones and Troy Anderson. B zone coverage, ADC tackle, BDD pursuit, and BDD block shedding. Great to elite speed, poor to marginal strength, great to elite jumping. Decent athlete. ADC finesse moves as well. ADC hit power, so he could be a strong hitter. ADC tackle. Let's check Jeff Phillips out of USC. He'll be our last middle linebacker. B tackle. BDD zone coverage, BDC block shedding, C pursuit. Physicals, great to elite speed, not the strongest guy, great to elite jumping. Solid to good change of direction, great to elite agility, good to great acceleration. Seems pretty good athlete. A play rec, that's pretty good. B hit power, that's good. A awareness, B tackle. Seems like a very well-rounded player. Injury C to F could concern you, but he seems pretty well-rounded. Taylor Alfredo, a speed rusher out of Alabama. A pursuit, C block shedding, C tackle, C to F zone coverage. Good to great, strength, speed, jumping, acceleration, solid to good change of direction, and decent solid agility. Seems like he could be okay. I'm not sure if he's necessarily going to be worth top 5. He doesn't look that great, but wait a minute. He is a speed rusher, but his power moves are A to C, so he could be a really good player. I just saw that. But I mean, if D finesse moves and he's a speed rusher, that really just doesn't make sense. Checking out another speed rusher, we have Dwight Bell out of USC. D zone coverage, C tackle, A to C pursuit, B D block shedding. Great to elite speed. BDD finesse moves, C to F power moves, C to F play recognition. Not a very good cover guy. D zone and man. Again, seems okay. And our last linebacker is Kelvin Fulton. B pursuit, C to F tackle, BDD zone coverage, BDD block shedding. He's another speed rusher. Very small, 5'11", 223. He seems like he could be okay for around 2 to 3 guy. Also B man, that's interesting. BD zone coverage. Maybe he's also a decent tackle guy. Coverage guy. But that's all we're going to check out for now. Obviously, we'll take a look at a lot more throughout the rest of the season and the offseason. We'll also know a lot more about him. But, weekly strategy. This week against the Commanders, I'm not worried about Carson Wentz. Antonio Gibson is probably going to be our best bet stopping the run. I mean, I'm really just not worried about them. Offensively, I just have no concerns with them. I don't really think their offense is all that great. Middle of the pack in pass yards and rush yards per game for the Commanders. It's going to be hard to run inside. I feel like we could have some success. Let's run outside, because I do want to run the ball. Obviously, no Kyle Pitts for this one. I am going to go split receivers, because it does appear Drake London is a little bit more fatigued, and I do want to use him a lot with no Kyle Pitts. Weekly game plan. Desmond Ridder will be our focus player this week, I think. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to put A.J. Terrell in there. A.J. Terrell will be our focus player, because, I mean, if it's not going to make sense for me to have Desmond Ridder in there, if we're probably going to move on. I am going to change some of the goals for head coach, and right now it is 15 plus first downs. I feel that's doable. Offensive coordinator will be... Why not go aggressive? I'm going to go aggressive here and say 400 plus offensive yards. I'm not saying we're ever going to hit that. But if we get 200, we're either going to get 2 at the 400 one, or we're going to get 200 plus offensive yards and we're going to get 2 staff points there. And defensive coordinator, I like allow less than 24. And weekly game plan is going to be pass for 350. So I think I'm going to go back. Oh, I guess I can't go back to my offensive game plan. Oh well. But I was going to say I'm going to switch it to throw it short. But, fatigue, Ridder with a little bit. Algier, again, with a little bit. Drake London does lose 1. Fursker up 2. How does Kyle Pitts get fatigued when he's hurt? He's got a groin strain. So we did... I forgot to check the defense, but we did suffer some fatigue. We have upgrades available. And we'll have to see if you take care of him, because he really doesn't play at all. And because I forgot to check the defense, I am just going to check the medical center real quick. And hopefully there's no injuries. Only Kyle Pitts. He's got a pulled groin. And I'm going to check the Commanders who are playing this week. They have no injuries. Okay. We're kicking off to start the game on the road in Washington. FedEx Field. There's always something wrong with FedEx Field. Whether there's poo water on the fans or a railing falling on Jalen Hurts, there's always something wrong with it. Carson Wentz and the Commanders come out onto the field as they get the first offensive possession of the game. Carson Wentz, pretty good season, just about 3,000 yards, 24 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. And, I didn't talk about this, but Desmond Ridder is going to be our starting quarterback. As I made that switch last week, and obviously it didn't help us. Antonio Gibson on first down gets about 7. Last week, 15 carries, 54 yards. On the season, 177 carries, 609 yards, 5 touchdowns. Pretty good for being a little over halfway in the season. So it seems like he'd easily be on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign. Richie Grant, big hit on Antonio Gibson. But Gibson does get the first down. We're going to send some pressure at Carson Wentz and also play man coverage. And whoever that was, don't know who it was, somebody just fell down as they caught the ball. That was Curtis Samuel. He was hurt a lot of last year. I don't even know if he played at all. Here is rookie Jahan Dotson out of Penn State. I believe he's number 1. That is the Jahan Dotson. As he gets his first catch, I don't even know what play I called, for 12. But this play is going to be fine. I probably would have called it anyway. I like to play a lot of cover 3. Carson Wentz is going to run, and he trips over the leg of Grady Jarrett. Good job. I really don't know what to say to that. Thanks for Carson Wentz tripping. I mean, I don't really know. Deion Jones, big pass breakup there. Don't know why they're showing Marcus Mariota. There's Desmond Ridder. 3rd and 11. I'm going to send pressure at Carson Wentz. Typically, you want to send pressure on 3rd and long. But then, 3rd and long, you also want to sit back and play coverage. But we're going to send pressure. We're going to get a little aggressive. Under fumble, get the ball. But under pressure, Carson Wentz gets sacked by, I don't know who that was with the sack. Let's see who it was. It was Grady Jarrett, 2nd big sack. But I actually don't think that's going to count as a sack. We're going to send pressure on this punt because they're punting from midfield. So they're just going to try to pin us back deep. So we are going to send pressure, but weren't able to get there as it looks like a terrible punt, and it is the 24-yard line. So only a 26-yard punt. Desmond Ridder comes on for a 2nd career start. Not a very good start last week. And his numbers on the year, 520 yards, no touchdowns to 13 interceptions. He threw 3 last week against the Bears. And we're going to start off with a run with Tyler Algier. Oh, they also have Chase Young, who I forgot about. Here's Algier with some space on first down. And Cordero Patterson is hurt. Okay. So we'll find out Cordero Patterson's injury in a minute. But now that's going to put a lot of responsibility on Algier, as he's going to be our pass catcher. Drake wanted shoulder strain for Patterson. I'm going to put him in, because he's a good 3rd down target. But I don't know why Drake London stopped there and then just didn't catch the ball. 3rd and 3. Auden Tate with the catch is a penalty, so probably holding. No, it is roughing the passer. Okay. Finally, a call that goes our way. It is on Montez Sweat. And we now have the ball at midfield after the big penalty. Nowhere to go that time. And Algier lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Zacchaeus with a catch along the sideline. And he gets 8. I'm going to try a read option on third and 2. I would definitely consider this 4-down territory. And I tried to hand that off. I pressed A way too late. But a 4th and 5 from the 45. I'm going to line up for it and see what they do. Maybe we can try to get him to jump. And I believe we got a false start penalty, which, I mean, I'll take, and then we'll just punt this. It's a false start on Tyler Algier, our running back. And we're going to try to pin him deep. As they also appear to send pressure at the punt. And this is a great punt. Goes outside at the 5... out of bounds, not outside. It goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Great punt. A lot better than theirs. And they have to go a long way. Here is, I believe, the rookie Brian Robinson. Yes, it is. And we are playing man coverage again. They could definitely throw the ball here, as it is I was about to say it's a run. Jahan Dotson, I just missed with A.J. Terrell. There is a flag, probably roughing the passer. But Dotson for a long touchdown from the 12-yard line. There is a flag. They haven't put the points up on the board, so it could be coming back. Now they're showing an offensive lineman, so this could definitely be holding. It's holding, finally! The refs actually like us today and feel like calling penalties. Obviously, we're going to accept that. Trey Turner hurt for the Commanders. But 2 huge penalties going our way so far. First, the roughing the passer call. Trey Anderson, big tackle on Antonio Gibson, who still manages to get a yard. But and now that holding call, which prevented a touchdown. 3rd and 8. I'm not going to send pressure here. One-on-one, they could have most certainly called pass interference there. Because when I switched on to Casey Hayward, he just didn't run, because I do make the mistake quite frequently of going way out of reach and then trying to make a play on the ball and they just catch it. But so I didn't really move and he just kind of ran into me, so that they could have called interference there. And we get the ball at midfield to start this drive. Oh, no. Drake London, what a catch. 3rd play of the game now, where it's batted up in the air and caught. Drake London, 6 catches, 68 yards last week, 32 catches, 458 for 458 yards on the season. Still no touchdowns. We got Tyler Algier's first rushing touchdown a few weeks ago. And now maybe we can get Drake London his first touchdown of his career today against the Commanders. I tried to take a shot deep for Drake London. It looked like he was going to go one-on-one. Matt Hennessy is down on the play, but I got hit as I threw it. I was not paying attention to the pressure. And that brings up 2nd and 10. There's Edwards over the middle. There's 1st and 10. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. High ankle sprain for Matt Hennessy. He's not going to be able to return to the game, which is unfortunate for one of our better offensive linemen. Not like our offensive line is great anyway. But I feel like we've been pretty effective offensively. 50 or 49 yards. Our defense looked pretty good too. But then again, I said when we were game planning for them, I'm just not concerned about their offense at all. The only player that concerns me about their offense is Terry McLaurin, as there's Oluwadumare Zaccheaus in for a touchdown, and that's Desmond Ridder's first passing touchdown of his career. Pressure in his face, good job to get it to Zaccheaus, who then broke through a tackle and got to the pylon for the touchdown. And we take the 6-0 lead, about to be 7-0 after the extra point. And it is now 7-0. Richie Grant and Dean Marlowe, the safeties, combined to make a tackle there on Antonio Gibson. They're running the ball a little bit more than I thought they would be. Deion Jones, not a sack. Carson Wentz took off and ran. But it is a great job to bring him down in space. I mean, I know he's Carson Wentz and not necessarily the most mobile guy, but still a good job. We are sending pressure here on third down. Casey Hayward doesn't make the tackle. Richie Grant tried to put a big hit on him, but Gibson spins out of it as there's a big run on third down, to give the Commanders a first down. Antonio Gibson, 20.5 yards after contact. That is just not something I want to see. I want to see our players make tackles. Here's Terry McLaurin on the end around, and he gets 11. But I want to see our players make tackles on first contact. I don't want to be giving up these 20.5 yards after contact. I just completely missed there with Casey Hayward and then Troy Anderson, but luckily he juked himself out of bounds. As Antonio Gibson has been really good for the Commanders so far, we just haven't really been able to stop the run, which is probably why they've kept on going back to it. We are going to blitz here. And that is Logan Thomas in for the touchdown. As when I dove with the first guy, I took out another Falcon. I don't know who it was, but it is now 7-6, about to be 7-7. Got in there rather quickly, just wasn't able to block it. 7 plays, 83 yards. Carson Wentz 2 for 2, 26 yards and a touchdown. We're gonna start off with a run. They have a good defensive front, and there is Jonathan Allen. And running the ball is going to be hard today against a very good defensive front. So it's going to be tough. There's a Zaccheaus who just too far out in front. I thought that would definitely be caught. But good job by Desmond Ridder. He must have a lot higher throw under pressure than Marcus Mariota, because Mariota's not making all these throws. Here's Zaccheaus wide open again. Wow, he caught that. I thought that might be picked. And now he does backflips after plays where he only gets a first down. Okay. We're going to run outside. Hopefully they can block Chase Young long enough. They do. Juking inside. Don't really get there. But 2nd and 4. I'm going to try a counter this time. We're running away. We are running at Montez Sweat, but he's not. He's still a very, very good player. There's some space. But he's not the level of Jonathan Allen or Chase Young. Now, Jonathan Allen is down, so that could provide a big opening for us to potentially run the ball. And we're going to try to see if we can take advantage of that and run up the middle on Jonathan Allen. Or while Jonathan Allen is not in the game. Not really able to get a yard there. But we've run the ball rather effectively so far on this drive. aside from the first play. Zacchaeus and the intended receiver, I've been throwing him a lot, not necessarily intending to. He's just been getting open. 3rd and 9 now. I do like Drake London on the crossing route. And I'm going to hit Drake London. He's not going to get the first down, though. 4th and 4. And we're going to have to settle for a field goal here. And that kick is up and good from Young Koo. So we're back to the lead. 10-7 as we hit the 2-minute warning. They're not going to run it here. As they're obviously not going to run it because no one's in the backfield. Casey Hayward covering Terry McLaurin, but Grady Jarrett is down, our only good defensive lineman. Hopefully his injury is not serious, as he was a reason that they weren't scoring a touchdown every run, and it is a screen. Big hit there from Deion Jones, no fumble. As they're going to hurry up, as we are inside 2 minutes, as that was so my fault. Big hit again, this time from Deion Jones again. Don't really want to be on an defensive lineman. Good job with the open field tackle on Antonio Gibson. And the Commanders spend their first time out with about a minute remaining in the second quarter. Grady Jarrett, Bruce Sternum. So nothing super serious. I mean, he's out for the game, but it's not like Kyle Pitts where he's going to be out for an extended period of time. Here's Gibson, but he steps out of bounds, but is able to get the first down. I didn't know if he got that other foot down. We're going to play man coverage here. As I thought we had a chance to jump that in front of Terry McLaurin, but we weren't able to. And we got beat on the slant for about a gain of 8. Gain of 9, actually. But we're going to go back to playing a zone here. Hopefully we're not going to give up any touchdowns before the half. And Terry McLaurin somehow gets that over Casey Hayward. And we just gave up a touchdown. But at least there's still time on the clock. 48 seconds to be exact for us to go get points back. And again, my defender dove behind the intended receiver to play the ball. Playing the ball means you're going to have to make a play on the ball. If the receiver still exists, that is one thing that has driven me insane in Madden 23. First, I feel like that should have been pass interference. That was exactly what I did with Casey Hayward, which I feel should have been interference. And again, intended for Anthony Firsker, this time off his foot. I called a jet sweep, but there's no chance we're going to run that, as that never, ever works. 3rd and 10. Here's Firsker. And they call a timeout. So, we're not going to be able to get those points back unless I'm going to go for it here, which I'm not going to. And 33 seconds left. Hopefully we can just have a really good kick. I considered a sky kick, but then it wouldn't go as far. But at their own 37, they're going to get it. I would like for a better punt, but I mean, still good. Again, we see Antonio Gibson's number. 6 carries for 56 yards. Haven't changed at all. But we're just going to play cover 4. Only going to rush 3, which could be a problem because we can never get to the quarterback with only rushing 3. So I'm going to actually be on Lorenzo Carter for this play. Not like that makes a difference at all. Deion Jones shoves Antonio Gibson out of bounds. This is our year. The Commanders aren't even good. You sound like Cowboy fans. This is our year. This is our year. First down, Commanders, 21 seconds remaining, now 20 seconds. And Logan Thomas is wide open. I believe that's Logan Thomas, as he glitches through a bench. But, they're kicking a field goal with 15 seconds left. Okay. It's a long one, too. 55 yards. And it is no good off the crossbar. And now we have great field position with time remaining. So we're going to try to do something. We're not just going to run this clock out. We have 10 seconds to work with, plus 2 timeouts. I am going to take a few shots down the field. I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to go for Cordell Patterson on the wheel route there. Maybe verticals here. And look for someone like London, like just someone going deep. Zacchaeus wide open. And he caught it! Wow! Owadame Zacchaeus has been really good. Especially today. We've still got 5 seconds, but I called a timeout to kick a field goal. And we're going to go ahead and kick that field goal, as this one is up and good. And we make it a 1-point game at the half. Or technically not at the half yet. We still have 1 second, so I should have waited. So there's 4 seconds left. And we're just going to do a simple squib kick. Let this clock run out. And we'll make sure we can tackle. Which, I mean, is never a sure thing with this team. They catch it on the fly. And there is a flag. It's holding, okay. So, wait, what? Okay, I don't know why I just didn't say decline halftime, which makes absolutely no sense, or accept halftime. It should have not given you an option. 14-13 at the half. We've passed the ball 14 times for 125 yards. I'm pretty happy with how we've done so far. Our game plan is going to be throw it short, and defensive game plan is going to be defend the run inside. We do get the ball to start the second half, and we're only down by 1, so we're still very much in this game. I did not want to field that kick. I tried to move at the last second, but it did not let me. But we're able to get it up to the 25-yard line anyway. Desmond Ridder comes back onto the field. Oh, what was Jonathan Allen's injury? It is a torn labrum, so there's no chance he's coming back in this game. So we may actually be able to run the ball. And let's try that here on first down. Patterson did not block anyone. That's always a great thing to see. But, 2nd and 9, we're going to throw the ball here. Don't love this. Off my offensive lineman and falls incomplete. We're going to run verticals on 3rd and 9. This play usually works. Firsker right there. Early breakup, so pass broken up. And we're going to have to punt this away. We got like a yard or 2, but nothing after that. Big hit, Troy Anderson. Obviously no fumble. We forced a fumble in week 10, so we're not going to be able to force a fumble until like next season. Because, I mean, at this rate, we're obviously not going to make the playoffs. Oh, man, that should have been picked. But, that falls incomplete, because if that was caught, that was most likely a touchdown. Deion Jones, great open field tackle on Antonio Gibson. 3rd and 9, we're going to send our slot corner, which is Isaiah Oliver. So 3rd and 9. And Carson Wentz intended pass for Jahan Dotson, but ends up throwing it out of bounds. And we're going to send pressure on the punt. Because, again, they're punting pretty close to midfield. And Cordell Patterson fields it. I didn't know what I wanted to do there. I'm just glad I didn't muff the punt. But we got the ball at our own 13. If we didn't field it, it would have been a whole lot worse. I was considering a fair catch, but, I mean, I really don't know at this point. Really nowhere to go for Algier. And he's supposed to go in between the tight ends there, but there's just no hole. Algier, again, really no space. Gets it to the 15. Let's bring up 3rd and 7. And Desmond Ridder gets hit and is sacked. And we're going to have to punt this ball away again. And they're going to get pretty good starting field position because it is going to be... Because we're punting from our own end zone, so they're going to field this ball at... Missed a hit stick. Troy Anderson, big hit. They get the ball at midfield, which, I mean, is not ideal. Again, we get to see Antonio Gibson's numbers. Wow. Are they that impressive? 7 carries, 57 yards. Yeah, they're good, but, like, it's not like he's ran the ball 20 times and ran for 1,000 yards. Something I have seen a lot more is the CPU changed the play. Because we've seen it a few times this game already. Whether they're just flipping the play, whether they're completely changing the play. I've seen it a whole lot more in Madden 23 than I have in any other Madden. Antonio Gibson doesn't go down on first contact, and he goes down at the 30-yard line. We're going to send pressure on first down and play some man coverage. I don't really trust our guys in man coverage. Dean Morrow, good job to get to, I don't know who that is. Oh, that is Curtis Samuel with his 3rd catch of the game. I feel like I've said I don't know who that is all 3 times. We're going to run that same play. Send pressure, play man coverage, force the ball out quickly. Troy Anderson gets trucked through by Antonio Gibson, but the reinforcements are able to come in and we're able to stop them. We're going to again send our nickelback or a slot corner. 3rd and 4, I don't expect a run here. And it is Antonio Gibson out of the backfield for a first down. And, I mean, I don't really think we had anyone playing the flats there. No, we did have somebody over there. So, that should have actually not been completed, but I'm not sure what they did there. And this is a screen. For Anderson, good tackle on Antonio Gibson. He seems to be the only one that can tackle, except for when Antonio Gibson just decides he's going to truck through him. We're going to play man coverage again. And Logan Thomas gets it down to the 1-yard line. I felt like we actually had a chance to pick that ball off. But really no, because he threw it to the outside of the field. No way for Dean Marlowe to make a play on the ball. Not like he makes any good plays. First and goal from the 1. Wow, they got in there in a hurry. Deion Jones, one of the main players in that, gets Brian Robinson back at the 4-yard line. Antonio Gibson gets 2. And that brings up 3rd and goal. We're going to send 5. Actually, because I'm going to use our Troy Anderson, we're not going to send 5. And Carson Wentz gets sacked. Our backup for Grady Jarrett in on the sack. I don't even know who he is. Graham in on the stop. And we're headed to the fourth quarter. We're only down by 1. It's about to be down by 4. Current score 14-13. We're still in this game. We have not had a very good second half so far. Offensively. Defensively, we've been okay. But specifically offensively, we just haven't been able to move the football. And that kick is up and good. 17-13 is the current score. And hopefully we're going to be able to get this this possession in the end zone, as we really need to score one way or another. Ideally a touchdown, but I mean, a field goal only makes it a 1-point game. So, hopefully we're going to be able to move the ball. Let's start off with a run with Algier. We are running at Chase Young, but he thankfully gets blocked. And Algier able to get 9. 11 carries, 43 yards. Not great, but not terrible. We just really haven't ran the ball a whole lot. Because in the first half, we just weren't running it effectively, so I kind of just went away from the run. Algier with space. It would have been nice if Caleb McGarry actually blocked someone there, because then we would have had more space. Commanders' defense has allowed 159 total yards today. 22 is their season rank, like they ranked 22nd in the NFL. And we're going to run again. It does seem like that safety that just came down is going to blitz. But I think we have the advantage to that side. Either we didn't, or just nowhere to run, which also appeared to be the case. Here's Patterson underneath. On 2nd and 11, he brings up 3rd and 3. Here is Zacchaeus on the out route. And that's a first down for the Falcons. Zacchaeus, 5 catches, 90 yards, having a great game. I'm going to bet you one of the best of his career, as he's usually not like a very featured receiver. But nowhere to go there for Algier. And the Commanders did not have a very good defense, but today they've only got 13 points. 28 out of 32 is their rank, as I'm pretty sure that rank is what that means. Algier, not really a ton of space, but able to get 4 on 2nd and 10. And I picked the wrong play. Hopefully this could work on 3rd and 6. Oh no, that's a pick. Chris Lindstrom, good tackle there. I thought I could get it just over the defender right there. Didn't do so. Now we're going to need a turnover. We're going to play man coverage. I feel like we've gotten more turnovers in man coverage. Also blitzing, and no one can get to Antonio Gibson. Troy Anderson's not going to... He might have catched him because he stopped to celebrate. But Antonio Gibson in for the touchdown. We sent all our guys up the middle. 75 yards. 75.5 technically. Zacchaeus over the middle. Open. I'm just taking what the defense gives us. If someone gets open, which has been Zacchaeus a lot today, then I'm going to throw them the ball. I've been wanting to get the ball out to Drake London, but Zacchaeus has been getting open. And nowhere to go with the ball there. They really like showing the Commanders' defense stats. 152 passing yards allowed today. They rank 24th in the league in passing yards against. But 2nd and 10. I really don't like this. Just going to throw that one away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. I know I threw it away, but I just did not like the look they were giving us. I was getting chased as well. Everyone was covered. Nowhere to go with the ball. And that is Anthony Fursker. Wow, what a catch. Going up over the top. There is a penalty, so it's probably holding. It is pass interference. On Jamin Davis. Apparently we went backwards like 4 yards after we caught the ball, so I ended up accepting the penalty. Don't love that screen. Let's go verticals because I always like Drake London underneath. If he can get around. Oh, I thought we had the angle. I thought we did. Apparently we did not. 2nd and 5. Here's Cordell Patterson underneath. He's going to get a first down. And I am going to try to move a little bit quicker. Just because we are down by 2 scores. Here's Patterson underneath again. And he does not get out of bounds. Snap the ball before the 2-minute warning. Snap the ball. There we go. And Desmond Ridder does have some space to run. And he's pretty fast. And we're going to get out of bounds after a good run from Desmond Ridder. At the 8-yard line. Now, we definitely need a score here. I just can't turn the ball over. Just going to throw that one away. I feel like we may have been able to turn the corner on them. I just did not want to take a big sack. London! Wow, Drake London! I just throw a little touch pass to him. And Drake London comes down with the... He's a contested catch wide receiver. And that is why I just threw it to him, and he made a play. The defender didn't really make a play on the ball, so that definitely also helped us. But, I mean, I don't know what I like here in the 2-minute warning. First, we're going to put on a hitch. And Patterson, we're going to keep into block. Oh, no! Alright, just tackle him. But now, 1:44 remaining. I really liked that until he got bumped. I thought he would be there before the defender. I'm not going to onside kick it just because they never work, and then we're guaranteeing them a field goal. So maybe we get some kind of turnover. We do have 3 timeouts to work with. And that's a good return up to the 29-yard line. Antonio Gibson, 127 rushing yards, 54 receiving yards, a total of 181 yards. They really like showing his stats today. That's like, what, the 5th time we've seen them? Deion Jones, big tackle on Antonio Gibson, and we're going to spend our first time out. I just want to potentially give us the most time possible. If we can come back, I expect another run. So we're going to play man coverage. Gibson tackled again. And 3rd and 6 now. This is a big play. We need a stop here. And 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. So it looks like they could throw the ball. They are throwing the ball. Nowhere to go with the ball. Carson Wentz just finds Gibson out of the backfield for a check down. For his 9th catch of the ball game. And we don't even have to spend a timeout. So that was great. Now we actually have a chance to potentially win this. Don't really know why I called for a fair catch. We did have some blockers. But we have 1:22 and a timeout to work with at our own 20-yard line. This is doable. This is like only the 2nd time I felt this is doable. Our first comeback attempt, I mean, we've been coming back all series long. Here's Brian Edwards. Can he get outside to the sideline? No, he cannot. We're going to go hurry up. And I just took a really long time to pick a play there. And under pressure, inaccurate. That's not the worst thing. It does bring up third down, though. So we have to be very aware with where we go with the ball, because it is third down. That was a really bad decision to go to Drake London. It is now 4th and 4. This is the game right here. Throw at a sack. Incomplete. Well, we had a chance to do it. We just could not move the ball at all. I mean, there's still technically a chance if we force a fumble. But, I mean, we've only got one timeout left. But, I mean, at least we were competitive. 24-19 is most likely going to be the final score. Ended up taking the loss, but I'm just very glad we were competitive. And, I mean, we had a chance to win it. Maybe in the future we're going to win these. Final score, 24-19. We were pressured only 13 times, which is low from, like, 26. Threw 2 interceptions. Obviously not great, but, I mean, it's better than other days. So we ended up taking the 24-19 loss to the Commanders, but we were very competitive in this game. We only scored 19 points, but they did have an 85 overall defense. We weren't really able to run the ball. Discuss under siege. We're not going to get the boost because we were under attack. Another tough loss this week. Coach, any answers to the struggles the offense has had the last couple of weeks regarding the passing game? Not really. We're just struggling. Not much else to say other than that. We're clearly trying, but it needs to be a little bit harder because obviously it isn't good enough. The new game plan has searching for answers, plus 5 pass block power and pass block finesse for the next game. That could be good because we are playing the Steelers, who do have TJ Watt. And we have a few staff points, 9 to be exact. And eventually I'm going to get all of these unlocked. Now it says these 2 are locked. I don't know how to unlock them. But I mean, these seem to be some of the only ones. Actually, let's boost the injury rating for all offensive players by 4. Let's do that. So now that will be good. Because now hopefully we're not going to be getting any more injuries like Kyle Pitts. But advancing to next week against the Steelers. And we are 1-11 facing the Steelers next week. That's going to be the next episode of Falcons franchise. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know any tips you have for me, either playing the game, what I should do with the team, should I draft Will Donaldson out of Princeton. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out my main channel, Super Sports Central. Link in the description of this video, and I will see you in the next video.